What is the Internet? With so many people living all across the world, it's amazing how connected we can be. We can communicate with family and friends that live near and far. We can do business with others without being in the same place. We can play games with people we've never met. We can learn and share knowledge and so much more. All of these scenarios are made possible by the Internet. The Internet is a massive global network connecting computers all across the world. Let's look more closely at what that means and how you can be a part of it. Any group of devices that are connected to each other forms a network. Just like a network of humans where one person has a connection to someone else through a mutual friend, a computer network forms connections between a group of devices. Any device within a network has a way to communicate with any other device within the same network. There are networks like these connecting devices in cities and neighborhoods across the world. These connections can be physical, using wires, or even connections that use wireless technology. All of these networks are then connected together to form a single massive network that we call the Internet. When you go online or connect to the Internet, you join this network and have access to all the information that exists online. From sending emails to searching for information or video chatting with a friend, there are a lot of things you can do online. We can learn and share knowledge and so much more. How to connect to the Internet. To access information and communicate online, you first need to connect to the Internet. The most common devices that people use to go online include laptops, desktops, mobile phones, and tablets. However, it's common for devices like televisions, game consoles, printers, alarm systems, and even refrigerators to be connected to the Internet. The Internet is made up of a set of networks that are connected to one another all across the world. To go online, you need to physically connect to one of these networks. Different devices use different connection methods to get connected. If you're using a desktop computer, you will likely have a wired connection to a network for Internet access. Laptop computers typically have ports for wired connections as well. With wired connections, you will use a cable to plug your device into a port or modem that connects to the Internet. This is typically an Ethernet cable. When using portable devices like mobile phones, laptops, and tablets, you will typically connect to the Internet using Wi-Fi, which is a wireless connection. If you purchase a data plan through your cell phone carrier, you could also connect to the Internet wirelessly using the carrier's cellular networks. This is called mobile broadband. These options allow you to access the Internet while you're on the go without needing to use cables. You simply need to enable Wi-Fi on your device. Select the name of the network that you have access to, and you will be connected to the network wirelessly. Many of these networks that make up the Internet are made publicly available for anyone in the area to access. You can often join open networks in airports, malls, and other public places using Wi-Fi. Sometimes you'll come across networks that are private. These networks require permission to join. In this case, the institution gives a password to those who are authorized to use the network. For example, a coffee shop might give customers a password so they can connect to the Internet in the shop from their own devices. If you don't have access to existing public or private networks, there are ways to set up your own network by contracting service with an Internet service provider or ISP. These networks are set up using modems that create a connection to the Internet and routers that allow multiple computers to connect to the network. The ISP usually provides you with these devices. No matter how you get connected, going online is quick and easy with the right device and access to a network. Web browsers. Web browsers make it easy for us to access online information and interact with websites. Let's walk through how to access and interact with a website using the Microsoft Edge browser. Keep in mind that if you're using a different type of browser, you can accomplish the same types of tasks. Things just might look and behave a little bit differently in your browser. To access a website, we enter the URL of the site into the address bar at the top of the browser and press Enter. By the way, URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. That's just a techie term for the address of a website or web page. The browser will load the web page and it's displayed in the window. We can use the scroll bar to scroll down the page and interact with all the elements of the page. Web pages usually contain hyperlinks that point to other sites. Hyperlinks contain URLs to other pages. We can hover over a hyperlink and the browser will show us the URL that the link contains. When we click on a hyperlink, the browser opens the web page in the window. If we want to go back to the previous page, we can use the back button at the top left corner of the browser. To again navigate back to the last page we were on, we can use the forward button. To avoid using these navigational buttons, we can open links in other tabs. Tabs allow us to open multiple web pages at the same time in the same browser window. To open a hyperlink in a new tab, right-click on the link and select Open in New tab. When we have multiple tabs open in a window, the titles of each web page will be displayed here at the top of the window. You can open a new blank tab by clicking the New tab button here. We can also open web pages in separate windows. To open a hyperlink in a new window, right-click on the hyperlink and select Open in New window. To open a blank browser window, find the Settings and More menu at the top right of the browser window, then select New window here. You can always keep track of the web pages you visit using the History feature of a browser. In the Microsoft Edge browser, click the Hub icon here to access your browser history. And you'll see a list of the web pages you visited, organized by date. You have the option to clear web pages from your history whenever you'd like, and you can do so by clicking Clear History. These features of web browsers make it easy to browse the web. Search engines are powerful tools that make it easy to find information online. These web applications look through the millions of websites on the web to find specific content for you. There are a variety of search engines available, but you can use all web search engines in the same way. With Bing, you can find information about any topic on the web. For this video, I want to learn more about Mount Rainier. So I will type Mount Rainier either on Bing.com search bar or directly onto Microsoft Edge's address bar. As I type, Bing automatically gives me search suggestions relating to Mount Rainier. I can choose from any of Bing's suggestions or press Enter to pull up the search result. Bing searches the web for pages related to Mount Rainier. Each search result is a hyperlink, which will bring me to that web page. So, if I click on the Mount Rainier's official web page hyperlink, I will be directed to the official web page. I can browse through the web page, or I can go back to the search results page by clicking the back arrow button. So far, a link to Mount Rainier's official web page and the summary is displayed. I'll scroll down to see more search results in various media. Videos and more were also found. Bing gives me web pages to everything I would want to know about Mount Rainier. In this case, I'm looking for an image of Mount Rainier. So I will scroll back up to the top and switch my results to display only images. Once I click images, I will be sent to a new page that displays images relating to Mount Rainier. Now, if I select any image on the page, the full screen version will pop up. From here, I can also download the image or navigate to the web page that published it. Search engines make it quick and easy to find information on the web page. Email is a web service that allows you to communicate with friends, family, and others online. Email allows you to send and receive mail electronically using the internet. With the internet, we can communicate with others in new ways. For example, instead of sending a letter to someone using traditional mail, you can send an email or electronic mail. Let's look at how email differs from traditional mail. When you want to send a letter or package, you usually have a few options for which mail carrier you'll use. With email, you also have a variety of providers to choose from, and you can sign up for one of these services for free. One of the most popular email providers is Outlook, but there are several others. The first thing you'll do when sending an email is compose it. Instead of using a pen and paper to write your message, email providers have composing tools that make it easy for you to write, edit, and format your messages using text, images, videos, documents, and more. Next, you'll need to decide who to send your message to. When we send traditional mail, we need to know the name and physical address of the recipient. With email, every email user signs up for a unique email address. Each email address includes a username, the @ symbol, and the name of the email provider's domain. When you know someone's email address, you can type it into the header of your message and send it to the recipient instantly. The message will travel electronically over the networks that make up the internet and will typically arrive at the person's email inbox within minutes, sometimes seconds. This makes email a much faster way to communicate than using traditional mail. You can receive emails to your online inbox from anyone who has an email account, even if they don't use the same provider that you do. You can usually access your email account from any device that has a web browser. You can also install email apps on your desktop and mobile devices so you can send and view email on the go. When you sign up for the email provider, you'll create a password so others won't be able to access your mail. Email makes it easier for us to communicate online by sending and receiving mail using the internet. Sign up for email. Outlook is an email service provided by Microsoft. You can sign up for a free Outlook account to start sending and receiving messages on the web. Let's walk through how to sign up for an Outlook account and create your own email address. To get started with Outlook, you can use the Outlook app on your computer or mobile device as part of the Office package. However, anyone can create an Outlook account for free at Outlook.com. From here, we can select Create Free Account to create an account. Next, we're asked to create an email address. Your email address must be unique. So, if you choose a username that's already been taken by someone else, you will have to come up with another one. Once you decide on a unique username, select Next. From here, you're asked to create a password for your email account. Enter a password that meets the criteria and select Next. Provide your first and last name for your account and select Next. Enter the requested info in the form and select Next. If you don't meet the age requirements, you will be asked for a parent to provide permission for you to create an account. You've now created your own Outlook email account. Remember your email address so you can share it with others. You'll be logged into your email account, and your inbox will be on the screen. If you ever need to view your account information or log out of your account, use the account menu. For instance, if you're using a shared computer to access Outlook.com, like at school or at the library, we suggest you log out of Outlook.com before leaving that computer. With your very own email account and email address, you're ready to start sending and receiving emails. Next to the word to, Alex Darrow is typed. Next to the word subject, the words status update are typed. The email's body. Hi, Alex. Can you check on the status of the Contoso proposal this afternoon? Thanks.